Welcome everybody to a look at a brand new Indicator release. It is a full box set. It's 8 films and it is the Tod Slaughter box set, which is the criminal acts of Tod Slaughter, 8 blood and thunder entertainments from 1935 to 1940. So yeah, not seen any of these films before before buying this, and I've not seen any of them since buying it because yeah, it only arrived yesterday, and I just haven't had the chance to get into any of them. But yeah, they're across 4 discs, so 2 films per disc because they're not particularly long films, so you can fit the both films on a single disc with all of the extras without any real compromise. So yeah, the first disc has Maria Martin, or The Murder in the Red Barn. That is the full title, by the way, from 1935, which clocks in at 67 minutes long. And then we have Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street from 1936, that clocks in at 68 minutes long. And that's the first of the 6 films in this box set to be directed by George King, who was a regular collaborator with Tod Slaughter, and he was well known as the kind of like the quick quota film director kind of guy because he was very capable of putting out an hour or so long film on a low budget and put it out very quick to get a quick turnaround. So, yeah, for both of those films of brand new restorations of each of the films in from 4K scans of the original nitrate negatives. So, the fact that I've been able to find the original negatives for these films, which are not new films by any stretch of the imagination, is really, really impressive. We've got audio commentary with film historians Josephine Botting and Vic Pratt on Maria Martin. That's from this year. We've got audio commentary with critics and authors Stephen Jones and Kim Newman on Sweeney Todd. Then we've got A Long Shadow from 2023, an interview with artist and illustrator Anya Gozagenskia, probably saying that wrong, and current 93 channeler and trance scribbler David Tibbett, in which the pair delve into their obsession with Tod Slaughter and the Red Barn murder. That clocks in at 11 minutes long. Then we've got the original 78 RPM audio play recordings of Miriam Martin from 1932, which clocking in at 13 minutes long, and Sweeney Todd, which clocks in at 13 minutes long, performed both by Tod Slaughter and company, and presented with new optional alternative current 93 scores. We've got Tod Slaughter at Home, 4-minute the mock interview with Sweeney Todd recorded for the Paftone newsreel series. That's from 1936, and that clocks in at 4 minutes long. Then we've got the Pots of Plots from 1938, clocking in at 4 minutes long. It's a short film in which Slaughter, sitting at his makeup station in his dressing room, reprises 3 of his famous villainous roles, including Sweeney Todd. Then we've got Bothered by a Beard from 1946, a 35-minute long, light-hearted, short educational film about the history of shaving, featuring a scene in Sweeney Todd's famous barbershop. Then we've got Puzzle Corner number 14 from 1954, clocking in at 19 minutes long. Slaughter's last big screen appearance on camera, delivering a Sweeney Todd monologue. Then we've got Image Galleries, new and improved English subtitles, and it's a world, both of which are world premieres on Blu-ray. So, yeah, really excited to delve into both of these. I'm a big 30s horror fan, although I will say I've not seen a massive amount outside of Western films, usually your Boris Karloff, Bela Lugosi, Universal horror films, but still seen plenty of them and enjoyed a lot of them. So I'm really looking forward to seeing those. Although granted, they might not be full blown horror. It might be a bit more of a melodrama or a crime film, but still, it's definitely gonna have horror elements to them in terms of the way they are shot. I'm sure. So yeah, then the next two, get it out, are The Crimes of Stephen Hawke from 1936, clocking in at 69 minutes long, and then It's Never Too Late to Mend from 1937, clocking in at 67 minutes long. So, yeah, we've yet to get a film above 70 minutes. So, yeah, brand new restorations from 4K scans of the original nitrate negatives for both films. So again, a lot of work has gone into these 2 films. You got the original mono audio, like in the previous one. Audio commentary with critics and authors David McGilvery and Kim Newman on The Crimes of Stephen Hawke from this year. Then audio commentary with film historians Kevin Lyons and Jonathan Rigby on It's Never Too Late to Mend, also from this year. Then we've got London After Dark from 1926, clocking at 7 minutes long, which has the first known film footage of Tod Slaughter, captured while performing on stage at the Elephant and Castle Theatre, presented with new optional current 93 score. Then you've got image galleries, The Crimes of Stephen Hawke script treatment gallery, new and improved English subtitles, and both of these again are world premieres on Blu-ray. So not quite as many extras on this one as the previous disc, but still to find something from 1926, which is only 7 minutes long, so could have easily just been thrown in the bin at any time, is yeah, really impressive. So looking forward to seeing that, because to see Tod Slaughter at an earlier age, see the likes of London at a very early period in the 20th century. So yeah, looking forward to seeing everything on that disc. And then on the third disc, we have from 1937, The Ticket of Leave Man, which clocks in at 71 minutes long. So that's the longest film out of this collection. And then Sexton Blake and the Hooded Terror from 1938, clocking in at 70 minutes long. So that's the second longest film in this box set. So yeah, brand new restorations from a 4K scan of the original nitrate negative of The Ticket of Leave Man. Then brand new restoration from a 4K scan of a 35mm dupe positive of Sexton Blake and the Hoarded Terror. So yeah, the first film's definitely going to look the better of the two because it's from the original negative, but still, they've done plenty of effort in terms of restoring both films there. Then we've got the original mono audio commentary with film historian Josephine Botting and podcaster Dave Thomas on The Ticket of Leave Man from this year. Then audio commentary with critics and authors Stephen Jones and Kim Newman on Sexton Blake and the Hoarded Terror, also from this year. Then we've got Shock Factor from this year, clocking in at 11 minutes long. Interviews with Imogen Slaughter, great niece of Tod Slaughter, and her father Giles, in which they discuss their relatives' life off stage and off camera. Then we've got Slaughter's Stock from 2023, clocking in at 12 minutes long, which is a visual essay detailing the actors who worked with Slaughter time and again during his collaborations with George King. Then we've got image galleries, promotional and publicity materials, new and improved English subtitles, and both again are world premieres on Blu-ray. So yeah, again, looking forward to seeing both of these. And yeah, these might well be my two favourites because it looks like Tod Slaughter's getting some facial hair in these ones, like we have on the new box artwork for the box itself. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have. Well, he has a little bit of facial hair in It's Never Too Late to Mend, but he doesn't in The Crimes of Stephen Hawke. So yeah. And then finally on the last disc we have The Face in the Window from 1939, clocking in at 65 minutes long, so that's the shortest film of the lot. And then we have Crimes at the Dark House from 1940, clocking in at 69 minutes long. So, yeah, 2020 restoration from a 4K scan of the original nitrate negative of The Face at the Window. So it's a few years old, but it still should look pretty good. Then a brand new restoration from a 4K scan of the original nitrate negative of Crimes in the Dark House at the Dark House. So yeah, that will be a good looking one as well. Original mono audio commentary with film historians Kevin Lyons and Jonathan Rigby on The Face at the Window and Crimes at the Dark House, so they're both doing those ones from this year. Then Full Blooded, also from this year. It's a 59-minute author and musician, 59-minute extra featuring author and musician Stephen Thrower, who explores Tod Slaughter's Victorian villainous incarnations across his collaborations with George King. Image gallery, promotional and publicity materials, and a miscellany of items from Slaughter's life and theatrical career, because he was a stage actor well before he was a film star. Then you got new and improved English subtitles for deaf and hard of hearing, UK premiere on Blu-ray of The Face at the Window, and world premiere on Blu-ray of Crimes at the Dark House. So yeah, that says to me that The Face at the Window has had a release somewhere else in the world in 2020. I imagine that's where the 4K scan for that has come from. But it's still a UK premiere on Blu-ray for that film, and then it's a world premiere for the 8th and final film, Crimes at the Dark House. So yeah, all premieres on Blu-ray in the UK, and 7 of 8 of them are world premieres on Blu-ray as well. So yeah, that's mightily impressive as far as I'm concerned, to find all of these films and do the kind of work that they've done on them. Obviously, one of them has had work on them already from a few years ago, but yeah, to find 7 of 8 with the original negatives and do all the work they've done on them is impressive. So that's the original box artwork for this release. There's the side. There's a back with all of the information and extras on the back. And it's again a nice hard box from Indicator, always a treat on that regard. And then the little slip that goes over the front of the box when you buy it. So it's got a bunch of information on it. It's right. These are rated only a 12, so I am surprised that they're rated that highly. I would have expected at least a PG or maybe a U, but it does say to me that the violence is a little bit more than you might expect for a 1930s horror. And then, as per usual, we get a massive booklet with this release, with again shots from the film, and then we've got a behind-the-scenes shot as well, featuring a bunch of the crew by the looks of it. Can't see Tod Slaughter on there though. Oh yeah, there he is. There. Just didn't recognise him without his moustache, because that's what I can see on the box artwork. So yeah, there's a whole host of contents in this booklet. So we've got cast and crew for every single film. So that runs from page 4 to page 18. And then on page 21, we've got the first British horror star by Jean-Claude Michael from this year. Then we've got that's a 24-page write-up. That's huge. And then we've got Led by a Mongoose to the Slaughter by Anya Gozianska and David Tibbett from 2023. Then we got on page 57, we've got Murderously Yours, Slaughter on Slaughter by Tod Slaughter from 1937 to 1956. No doubt his memoirs, or at least an excerpt of them. That's 20 pages. Then we've got The Slaughterhouse by E.G. Cousins from 1939. That's 6 pages. And then we've got The Critical Response from the Time. That's again another 20 pages. Then we've got Mr. Murder by Kip Zool and Doug Young from 2023. Then we've got credits for London After Dark, Tod Slaughter at Home, Pots of Plots, Bothered by a Beard, and Puzzle Corner number 14. Then about the restorations, and then Indicator credit. So yeah, I've got a whole host of pictures from this film. In fact, we have a little card with this, which is a smaller version of the image in the booklet there, but it also has a little bit of a write-up on the back. So let me get my finger in the middle. There we go. Which is really nice. It's like a kind of, kind of card that you would give to people if you were after some business from them. So yeah, we've got a whole host of shots from the film. There's Slaughter there. That's in the Ticket of Leave Man. So yeah, all bunch of film pictures in this booklet. Not exactly sure what Mr. Murder by Kip Zool and Doug Young is about. I think it's an excerpt from the first biography of Tod Slaughter, which was published in 2019. So yeah, that'll be an interesting look at that. About the restorations, yeah, Face at the Window was restored by Kino Lorber, so that's where it originally got its 2020 release from. But obviously Kino Lorber doesn't sell in the UK, so that's why it's not a that's why it is a UK premiere and not a world premiere. But still, Kino Lorber have done good work on their films before, so yeah, that's interesting enough. And then all of this archival stuff from like London of Dark and Bothered by a Beard, provided by BFI. And yeah, so they've really gone to town with finding as many extras as possible. And yeah, it's no surprise that if they could have found when they found that the Face at the Window had a 4K restoration already by Kino Lorber, that they just got it from them. I doubt they would have been able to improve massively on that 4K restoration, given you're dealing with really rather old film elements. So there's only so far you can go with them before they just look the same anyway. So yeah, it's a really, really good release. This is by the looks of things. I hope that all 8 of them are good. I've not bought any of these comprehensive big box sets before from Indicator outside of the Marlene Dietrich one, but even then, I bought that I think when it was on sale. So yeah, really gone all out on buying this straight away. I think this was number 178 of 6,000. Yeah, so really rather early purchaser of this. I imagine there are still plenty more of these to go, because I also imagine that plenty of people have never heard of Tod Slaughter, so they might be a bit ambivalent on getting on board with this release, but especially since it is hardly cheap. I think it was like £60 or something like that. So yeah, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Presentation wise, it looks fantastic as per usual from Indicator. Granted, I would have liked each film to have its own case, but again, with such short films, there's no real need to have them on their own single Blu-ray. So I can see why they packaged 2 films per disc. So yeah, no real hard. No, not gonna get hard up about that overall. But yeah, still, if you've seen any of these films before, that, to hear your thoughts on them. I will be doing a review of each double feature per video. So I'll do, yeah, there'll be 4 videos over the course of 8 films. So yeah, 2 films per video. So yeah, but nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.